is, let's go across to my colleague Sakshi, who joins us with the latest inflation numbers. Sakshi, how are they coming in, and what is this going to mean for this government just ahead of the last phase of polling?
Yes, Ankita, another set of disappointing economic data just ahead of the general election verdict, as you said. But leaving that aside, for now, let's just look at the macroeconomic data points that have come out. So April inflation has spiked to 2.92% versus 2.86% in March. Economists tell me that this is fairly in line with what they were estimating. They were estimating a level of 2.9 to about 3%. So on the face of it, all looks good, everything looks fine, in range with the RBI's target of 4%, and so therefore inflation doesn't seem a worry. However, the devil really does lie in the detail, because when we look at food inflation spiking to 1.1%, vegetable inflation hitting 2.8% level, it is a significant concern, because remember, food inflation has a weightage of over 50% in our overall basket. Vegetable inflation has a weightage of over 10% for our overall basket. So therefore, these data points are worrisome in the longer run, and therefore, looking at the weightage they hold, we should be concerned. And why this spike in these months, and for the common man to understand what really has led to this? In the summer months, we hear that there is, of course, a rise in demand, and the supply remains restricted due to droughts, due to crop issues in various regions. So therefore, with supply restrictions and a higher demand, this data, to economists seems as though it's in line. However, it is worrisome, because remember, it's not the only negative data point that we've received. We've also got industrial output that came in at a negative and contracted by 0.1% last week. So a slew of negative economic data in the near term is bad news for us. And going forward, what we're going to track, Ankita, is the fuel and light inflation figures. So while they've risen only marginally so far, but going forward, the rise in crude prices and the fact that that will impact our fuel and light inflation going ahead will also remain a concern.